As I sit here in my car, it is now a little bit after 10 o'clock, or maybe 11, I don't fucking know anymore. But, I was on Facebook yesterday, and I've seen the video a couple times before, but it's just now, with all these instances of police shooting minorities, and even white people, I saw this guy post on his wall. He has the I don't answer questions thing. And okay, that's all fine and great if you're a white person. You can say to police, I don't answer. He doesn't say anything. He rolls his window halfway down, and the police officer says, "It's the reason you can't roll down your window. I just saw you roll it up." The guy just hands a little paper out. It says, I guess it says on there, "I don't answer questions." And then it shows another thing where the cop comes up to him in another instance and he says, "I don't answer questions." The guy says, "Okay," and walks away. Now, how many of you honestly think that if a black person or a Hispanic person or an Asian person were to say that to a police officer, that same result wouldn't happen? You don't think that cop would ask twice? And if they continue to say that, they're gonna say, "You better stop. You better start answering my questions, or we're gonna have issues." Next thing you know, the person getting dragged out of the car, they get arrested. Worst case scenario, they get shot. Why? White privilege. That's why. Because no black person, no Hispanic person is gonna be able to get away with saying, "I don't answer questions." They're gonna say failure to comply with the officer's request, because it's a reasonable request that they're doing. In my opinion, if they're asking you questions that are reasonable, yes, you should answer them. If you know that they don't have a reason to pull you over, say, "Officer, can I please speak to your superior and please inquire as to why I'm being pulled over? What was I doing that was so incorrect? And what am I getting charged with? Am I getting detained? I need to know these things before I answer any questions." That's what I would say. Am I getting detained, and what did I do wrong, officer? After that, and if she say that, I'm gonna say, "I'm sorry, officer. I refuse to answer any questions." And at that time, if I get pulled out, I can honestly call the ACLU. I call the superiors to take the proper steps that I need to take to make sure that I don't get killed, because I don't want to be another statistic in this world. I don't want to be another minority that gets shot because they refuse to do something that police think is a normal request. But we're not white people. You know, you guys can't treat us like white people. Because we know that we're not equal to them. And they'll never be that way. As much as we have equal rights, as far as gay marriage, voting, women's rights, all that, we're not gonna be equal to them. We're not white people. The color of our skin is just too dark. So it's a shame that we have to. It's a shame that all this is happening. But the other day, I was watching another video. This gentleman was sitting on his porch. It was his mother's house. Now the only shady part about this was what he said. I guess the reason the police got called because they saw him shoving a shovel underneath the garage door, and he says he was checking to make sure that the dog wasn't in there. I don't know, but whatever. I don't know about that. But anyways, it was his mother's house. So the next thing you know, he asked the officer, "Since when is the issue to be sitting in front of my mother's house, waiting for her to arrive? That I've been living here for years and years and years. Now I'm living here on and off. People can verify that he's lived there." Next thing you know, he just sits down and he pulls out his phone and he calls his buddy. He's like, "Hey, you need to get over here because I'm having this issue with the cops. They're harassing me." The moment he says harassment, they yank the phone right off of me. Of course, understandably so, he becomes upset and he says, "Why did you guys do that? That's not against my rights." And next thing you know, it blows out of proportion and they're arresting him. In what kind of world is that an okay thing to do? In what kind of world is it okay for us as a minority to not be able to sit in our family's house? Granted, it's a nice house. So what? As a minority, we're not allowed to have nice things. We're not allowed to have a nice car, nice house, nice clothes, nice jewelry, have a better life for ourselves. Is that against the law? It just irritates the fuck out of me. And I'm gonna say we don't have the best car, but we have a nice car. It's like a 2007 Honda Civic. But I guarantee if I was driving down the road, if it was me or against another white person who drives in this car, I'd be looked at twice. If I was driving an even better car, say I was driving this Mercedes that's right next to us, nice Mercedes Benz, I guarantee I'd be pulled over for that, because they wouldn't think, "Oh, he's a young guy, and he's a minority, he must be up to something." Guarantee that would exactly is what would happen. It's just bullshit, because I have done nothing wrong in my life to be treated the way that I have been treated before, and I haven't profiled, guys. It happened a while ago, and I was running down the street, having to do something. I was running late, and I just happened to be in jeans and a t-shirt. The cop calls me over and says, "What are you doing? Where are you going? And why are you going that speed?" I said, "Officer, I'm in a bit of a hurry. I'm almost late to work." And he haggled me for like another 10 minutes. I said, "Officer, I need to get going. I'm going to be late to work. Thanks to you, sir." And I ran off. I said, "I don't have time to answer any questions. I just told you I'm on my way to work." It's like, "Okay." And then they gave me a dirty ass look. I said, "Whatever, man." I said, I'm not, and this is up before, this was like 10 years ago, so, but I mean, still, the whole thing still applies, guys. The whole thing of stereotypes, people hating because we're not white. But, if the cops could just take a step back, do some more training, some, as far as cultural understandings, that not everybody operates the same way that white people do. Not everything that they do is acceptable to us, the way they treat us, And I just think it's time that we all come together, and try to understand each other, both from both sides of the law, as people. I mean, don't get me wrong, I love the police and I love what they do, but I don't like the way that they're doing the minorities, and I don't like the way that they're just casually shooting everybody in sight, And now to this point, it hasn't even just been minorities. It's been white people, it's been women, it's been children, it's been white, black, Hispanic, Asians, this, that, and the other thing, Native Americans, They're too trigger happy, They need to go back. They need to do some sensitivity training. They need to do some just basic training to understand how to deal with the situation correctly. They even shot a fucking dog the other day, ladies and gentlemen. And honestly, I don't know how good these body cameras can do, but you know what? I don't know. One of these days, it's just going to come to the point that people are just going to start rebelling, and say, you know what? Enough is enough. We need to do something. We need something now. And since, all these... I don't agree with the violent protests because that's kind of counterintuitive to what you're trying to resolve, But something does need to get done. We need to speak to our representatives, and we need to say, hey, we need to implement better training for the police, and we need to get the public out there as well. It's a two-way street, We need to understand that the police view everything as a potential situation, that they don't want to get blown out of proportion. They don't know what we're going to do. But at the same time, we need to present ourselves in a way that's non-threatening, But in the same vein, police don't need to be assuming automatically that because they're a minority, they're automatically on a different level and they're more prone to violence, That's not the correct way of thinking, and it's not going to get us anywhere. And it's just going to get people killed, and it's going to get police sued, it's going to get them fired. Or if you're white, you're going to be lucky enough to put on administrative paid leave while the investigation is ongoing. And that is not right. They should be terminated immediately or suspended immediately without pay, Because, it's not right. The death of someone is not a reason for you to continue to get paid even when you're on leave. Get the fuck out of here with that nonsense. I'm not going to tolerate it. If that ever happened to one of my family members, oh my God, I would be so mad, And the sad part is, in my whole family, there's only 3 of us that are minorities, My mom, my brother, and I. At least it looks like a minority, My sister is mixed, but she's pretty white, so she can get away with the whole, as far as the eyes of the police, And this is a shame, because I worry now, I worry now, sitting here, I'm sitting here at my girlfriend's job while she's at work, I sit here, like, people are going to call the police to come here, and I'm a minority. I don't feel safe anymore, ladies and gentlemen. And in America, we should be able to feel safer than when we did from where we came, from an immigrant, But now, I've been looking at other things, and, other countries saying, well, I think they called it, I forget what they called it, but it was a serious term that they called for the killing of all the minorities, or all the assaults against African Americans, It's a serious, serious problem that needs to be corrected, and it needs to be corrected now. And that's just thought I'd just go on a little bit of a rant, guys. But if you guys liked what you saw and you want to comment more and you want to know more, just let me know. Comment below, hit that like button, subscribe, pass on the message, All lives do matter, including black lives. Including black lives, police lives, everybody's lives is equal in the eyes of the guy big upstairs. But again, just have a wonderful day. Be safe. Please think twice before pulling that gun, It's not worth killing somebody, ruining so many lives. You guys have a wonderful day. Stay safe. Be blessed. Y'all have a good one. Bye.